Good afternoon. It is April 22nd, 2024, and it's a Monday. Here in Sherbrooke, it is 5 degrees Celsius, 41 degrees Fahrenheit, and it's sunny. It's so sunny, in fact, that it's a little jarring compared to how gloomy and gray it has been over the past several days. The sun today rose at, and let me tell you, I believe quite strongly that it will have risen earlier than yesterday. 5:49 a.m., which is 1 minute earlier than yesterday. So, although I believe it's set earlier than yesterday, we've got 13 hours and 54 minutes of this beautiful, beautiful sunshine. Um, I'm thinking about the song My Lover Cindy by Marika Hackman. I actually looked up some YouTube videos of interviews with Marika Hackman to try to figure out if her name was pronounced Marika or Marika or something else, but it is Marika. Even found a video of her saying her own name. I was surprised at how many interview videos don't have somebody introducing the artist, and that makes it sort of difficult when you're trying to figure out the pronunciation of an artist's name. This album, I'm Not Your Man, is fantastic. Not a huge fan of her other albums. Definitely check out also the song Boyfriend is great, Time Has Been Reckless. It's a good record overall. She was backed by another band called The Big Moon for this album, which I'm not much of a fan of either of what they've put out, but I don't know, I first heard about, or first saw these songs performed in like live sessions that were recorded, and the band's got such great, like the band, The Big Moon and Marika Hackman have such great chemistry together, and seem like they're having so much fun, which added a lot to these songs. But Marika Hackman is a fantastic lyricist, great songwriter, got a beautiful voice. Boyfriend is a really, really, really good song from a very specific perspective that isn't, I don't know, it's not something that it's not a perspective that I'd heard before. So it was really interesting to hear that perspective. I do just want to mention something from yesterday that I forgot to mention in my weather report since I was exhausted. So I'm really into coincidences. Not, like, I don't believe that there is any significance to these coincidences. Like, I'm not a believer in, like, synchronicities or any paranormal stuff like that. Although I guess maybe there isn't, like, necessarily a paranormal connotation to synchronicity. I don't know. I don't really know what the definition of synchronicity is, but I have heard people who believe in paranormal stuff use that word a lot. So yeah, I don't think there's like any significance to it, but it was an interesting coincidence yesterday. So I was called in the afternoon to go into work because there was a lot of technical issues and they were running out of time for the show. And so as soon as I got the call, I said, yep, I'll be there. And so I got my stuff together, I left the house. And I had forgotten to grab a lighter. So on my way there, I was thinking like, okay, well, I should probably just smoke a cigarette now since I don't know when my next break is going to be or if I'll get a break. So I only had 2 cigarettes left as well. No, I only had, 2. And so I reached in my pocket to find a lighter, and I didn't have a lighter. So I thought, shit, well, I'm passing by a dépanneur, sort of like a convenience store, but with it doesn't matter, on my way to work. And so I was like, okay, well, I can ask them for matches. But then, see, I have a lot of anxiety in life, generally speaking. And I tend to overthink things. So I was thinking like, okay, well, I know they have matches because I've already been offered matches when I bought a pack of cigarettes. But then I started thinking like, well, maybe I have to buy something to get matches, and matches, and they won't want to give them to me for free. And so then maybe I should just buy a lighter. And I don't need a lighter because I've got lighters at home. And so, but I've also been trying to work on my self-confidence. So I told myself I'm going to go in there and ask for matches very politely. Not that it would be impolite usually, because it's good to be polite. and those people were really nice there. Um, anyway, so I go in there, and there's the cashier, really nice woman who I see there often, and I just ask her, "May I please have a pack of matches?" And she says, "You know what? I can give you two." And I say, "Thank you." So she gives me 2 packs of matches. And so I leave the store, and I'm really happy because it was not complicated to ask for matches, but for some reason it was something that had caused me anxiety. And so I walk a few steps, and I'm like, all right, well, I'm going to light a cigarette now. But it was sort of windy, and I'm not used to using matches. And these matches really sucked. Like, I mean, they're free matches, so I'm not going to, I don't want to be too hard on them, but they were some of the worst matches I've ever used in my life. Because I kept trying to light the match, and the substance, I don't know what it's called on the end of the match, that, ignites with friction, just, I would, try to strike the match, and it would just fall off. So, I was trying to do it, it wouldn't work, and there's this man that just stopped next to me and said, "Hey, can I have a light?" And told him, well, it turns out I was just in the dep, and the woman there gave me 2 packs of matches, so have a pack of matches. And he said, "Thanks." What a great coincidence that I had an extra pack of matches for this guy. And so I'm trying to light it, and the substance, it just keeps just falling off every time I try to strike a match. And this guy lights his match very easily and says, "You need to make the small cauldron." I say, "What?" And he's like, "That's the trick. You need to make the small cauldron." And I look at him, and he extends his hand that's in a circle like this, and he's got the match in here, lit. It's like, "You've got to make the small cauldron." I said, "Oh." And I go and I light my cigarette inside of the small cauldron. And I say, "Thanks, man." And he says, "Thanks, man." And we part ways. And I just love this moment. This entire moment would not have happened had I not went in and asked for matches. But not only did I go in and ask for matches, unprompted, she gave me 2 packs of matches, which then, by pure coincidence, led me to talk to this guy and then give him a pack of matches, which then led him to light a match to help me light my cigarette because I wasn't able to light my own matches because they kept disintegrating. There's no deeper significance to this story. It doesn't mean anything, but it was a moment that I enjoyed. Later today, it's not going to get much warmer. Maybe a bit. At around 5 p.m. it's going to be 7 degrees Celsius, 44 degrees Fahrenheit, before dipping back down. It was cold last night, and it's going to be cold tonight. It's going to go down to 1 degree Celsius, 33 degrees Fahrenheit, almost freezing, near freezing. But until the sun sets at 7:43 p.m., it is going to be quite sunny. These beautiful blue skies and this golden sunshine all along the way is going to envelop me as I go through this day. Let me tell you, I don't feel like being a human being today. I don't want to go out into the world. I don't want to do anything. I really just want to go back to bed. But I have to get some stuff done. I had plans, really dumb plans that were time-consuming. And those plans fell through. But I'm going to do different stuff, and I'm going to continue existing. And I'm going to eat some nuts. I'm going to eat some of these bulky nuts. Look at these nuts. fantastic. I'm gonna eat them, and I'm gonna go live my life. Everyone, have a great day.